Good morning and welcome to the Quirky Mama Chronicles show starring you and doing everything and me narrating it all with sass because let's face it, motherhood has some very big similarities. Today, I am going to be talking about the topic of how much I love my kids, you love your kids, but I miss me and I know you miss you. So, get your coffee, reheat it for the third time today if necessary. Get cozy, get your blanket, and let's get this show on the road. We are going to talk a little bit about rediscovering selfhood, who you are as a person, even if it's only in 5-minute bursts, because let's face it, motherhood is about those little tiny pockets of time as much as you set aside time for yourself, which is very, very important. Sometimes it feels like it's only in these 5-minute increments. So, we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about who you are as a person, maybe a little bit about reconnecting with who you were before you became a mother, because as amazing and miraculous and wonderful as motherhood can be, it's not the be all and end all. We are still people inside, very individualistic, very, we have our own likes and our own dislikes. Motherhood became a part of our lives at some point in time, but we were very much a person before that. And so let's talk a little bit about reconnecting with who we were and maybe if who we were isn't necessarily someone that we want to continue being, what were the good things, the positives about that past person, and how can we bring that forward to your future person? Because at some point in time, your kids are going to get older, they're going to get more independent, they might leave, go off and do their own things, and that's amazing. That means motherhood's done right. But then there's this loss of identity because for so long, all you've been is a mother, and now you don't have that motherhood part anymore. So, how do you move from that? And it's the idea is to start now and rediscover you as a person so that you can start implementing that as you go. So let's face it, your kids deserve to know their mother as this well-rounded, multifaceted, multi-passionate person because that's what brings life to your mothering, your motherhood. If you're just a vessel that's all about everything to do with looking after your kids, it gets boring. It just is boring. And it's going to be boring for them because they're not going to get to see everything that makes you you and is actually going to make it harder for them to discover everything that makes them them because they're not going to see how to bring all those multinesses into them and how to incorporate it. So you're doing this for you, but you're doing it for the benefit of your kids as well. And hopefully, for those of you out there struggling with people pleasing and everything must be for my kids, I take nothing from myself. This is going to benefit your kids. So maybe it's a little sneaky, but it's going to better you, it's going to better your kids. And so you get the best of all worlds. So, question of the day: what do you miss most about yourself? You can be as specific or as vague about that as you want. You can comment down below if you want. It would be great to get some interaction. I want this whole thing to feel like a community. I want this to feel like somewhere you can come. Think of this as your mama radio show. Like, people are always interacting on the radio. So comment below. What do you miss most about you? What disappeared when you became a mom and you wanna bring that back? And if you don't have an answer and you don't wanna share, That's totally okay. We are going to take a moment, deep breathing moment to replenish ourselves. I know we probably all have our cup of coffee, but sometimes nothing beats a session of deep breathing. It's probably going to be one of the most relaxing times of your day. Let's be real here. So I'm just going to get you to get comfy. If you have that blanket, you bring it in tight like a little cape, snuggle in, find a comfortable spot. You can lie down, you can sit down, whatever works for you. We're only going to be doing this for about a minute or so because I know you joining me is already taking time out of your day. I want you to get the most out of it, but I also want you to be able to get back to your day because we only have so much time on the clock, don't we? So I'm just going to get you to close your eyes. I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in, try to hold it for about 4 counts. And right when you're up at the top of the breath, just take a pause for a second and let that go. Try to let it go for about 6 counts or so. And you're going to breathe in again. You're going to inhale all the positivity, all the confidence, all the I got this going on today. And hold. And you're going to let it out. You're going to breathe out the stress. You're going to breathe out the schedules. You're going to breathe out the second thoughts that you're having about whether today's going to work out fine because it is. Going to take one big breath in and you're going to just breathe in all of that beautiful coffee or tea smell, whatever you got going on. Going to breathe in the scent of your favorite candle. You're going to hold it up the top there. And you're going to breathe out all the chores that you've got going on for yourself today. Yes, they got to get done. Yes, you're going to find a way to do it. We're not thinking about that right now, though. So just spell it from your mind, put it on a little cloud and let it float away. All right. And when you're feeling it, kind of come back to yourself for a minute, give yourself a little shakeout, little readjustment. How are we feeling? It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. So, little tip, you can try this every day. Just find a time where you can just kind of take a moment to breathe. Deep breathing helps regulate. It helps kind of give us a moment of clarity. It gives us a moment to relax. Motherhood is very much in the moment. It's very much tied into our emotions. It's tied into the emotions of our kids. And sometimes we just need to take a step back and reboot. All right. Now I'm going to have you keep your question in mind, especially if you haven't been able to come up with an answer for it, and that's totally fine. There is absolutely no pressure here. The idea is to just give you these ideas, these things to think about, because all of the stuff talked about on this channel as things get going is all going to be sort of a roadmap for you to achieve becoming your best mom self, which if you follow any of my other socials, that's exactly what I'm all about is mothers becoming their best mom self, whatever that looks like for them. A little bit of a shameless plug. I do some coaching around that, but there's no pressure here. This is just your time to listen in and get the tips on how to get started with that. So, how this all comes about and one of the reasons why this means so much to me as a mom and as a person living in this world and just trying to be my best self, whether it's my best mom self or my best self period, is because I did get lost in motherhood, and I think a lot of us do. And there's no shame in it. There's no you should have known better or anything like that. It's something that happens. We very much want the best for our kids. We very much want the best for um, our family. As moms, as women, we do tend to put ourselves last as soon as somebody else comes into the equation, whether that's a biological thing or a nurture thing, nature versus nurture. I'm sure the jury is still somewhat out on that, but the jury doesn't know who we are anyway. So who cares? The point is that, um, we put ourselves last if we put ourselves at all. And this has just become something that has become expected for us. Society has decided that this is what we need to do, and anything less than our absolute sacrifice of self means we're not being a good mom. So, no pressure there. Just give up everything you know about yourself and look after your kids. And then they wonder why moms are hysterical or bored, not bored, but like unfulfilled, and why we have these, mental breakdowns, why we um, get hysterical. Let's go back to the 1950s for a moment. Um, and it's basically just because we have been told for so long, this is your focus, this is all that matters to you. And eventually we lose focus, like we don't lose focus on it, but we lose that passion behind it because we've got nothing else bringing things in, we've got nothing else replenishing ourselves. How long can you stay focused on one thing and not get bored? I mean, even kids, like, do you, for the most part, do you see kids doing the exact same things at the exact same times of day every single day for the rest of their kidhood? And we wouldn't want that. The idea of being a kid is learning and experiencing and getting to try all these new things and exploring and living life. And apparently, when you become a mom, that's all just supposed to go away. But it doesn't, because it's not just kids that get anything out of it. It's the human focus. We are curious beings. We want to know things. We want to keep learning things. We want to be involved in multiple things. Um, we want to learn about the space around us. And motherhood is putting us in a box and saying, none of that matters to you anymore. Don't worry about it. And then we're in our little box and we get bored of the same four walls, and everyone wonders why we have a problem with this. So we were people, living people before we became mothers. The only thing that changed is now we have little ones dependent on us for survival. And somehow that magically changes everything about us. And that's supposed to be okay. It's not. Like I said at the top, I lost myself in motherhood. I did everything to be the best mom I could be because I was very insecure about who I was as a person. And motherhood did save me in terms of showing me what I'm capable of, showing me what I'm able to come back from. Um, my health journeys behind my pregnancies, later coalescing into gallbladder issues and numerous surgeries and pain. Anyway, I was able to come back from all that. I was able to come back better. I was able to come back more energetic. And so motherhood did become the best part of me, but it also made me want more out of life, which absolutely we should have. And wanting that more out of life and going for it has actually made me a better mom overall. And so from losing myself in motherhood, missing myself in that I didn't really know who I was, especially after becoming a mom, and then finding who I was and still being a mom and being a fantastic mom at that. Hello, my boys are amazing. Um, And I want that for you guys. I want you to be able to look back and go, motherhood was amazing because I'm amazing, because I did the things I wanted to do and it helped me be a better mom to my kids. And be a better partner to my significant other, my husband, my wife, whoever you have in your life. Um, when you are at peace with who you are, when you find the things that make you you, that's when your relationships change. That's when you feel your most whole, your most expansive, and that's when your relationships become a whole new level, maybe another level of healthiness for you and them. And it also works with your kids because now you are able to be this confident, amazing mom, glowing from the inside, and they're gonna pick up on that, and they're gonna go, "Oh my god, my mom is fantastic. My mom is amazing." which they're probably feeling anyway, but you're gonna bring that to another level, and you're gonna know it, and you're gonna feel it, and you wanna rediscover who you are. So, the thing is, being a mother, it is all time consuming, all emotional consuming. It absolutely is. But that is why it is so important to find these pockets of time to take a deep breath and let some stuff go and focus on what is important. It's important to go find a hobby or take a course or something that interests you and make the time for that. The time's not going to just drop in your lap. The time is not going to be presented to you until you decide, I want that time and I'm going to go get it. Yes, you are probably going to get some pushback because this is going against the societal norm. Why would you want to do something other than being a mother 24/7? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with you. You're returning back to normal. Our society is not. So go find that course that you want to do and go make some time for it. Take it in the evening after your kids have gone to bed. Go do that yoga first thing in the morning, especially if you are a morning person and there is someone at home, or do yoga at home. There's stuff online everywhere about things you can do, instructors that will teach you online. Take a guitar course. Yeah, there's videos on YouTube. I've looked into it. I've got my guitar in the background there somewhere. But you're going to find online instructors. The world has gone very remote. Everything is very, virtual. There are ways of connecting, in a way that benefits you if you have to be at home all the time. Go for a walk in nature. Take your kids with you if you want, or leave them with a neighbor that you trust or a family member. Go for a walk. Put your earbuds in, listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook or just listen to music, whatever kind of works for you. But find that time to not find it, you got to create it. Make that time for yourself. Come back to yourself. Find the things you are passionate about and do it. For a long time in my late 20s, I was writing, and the job that I had at the time, it was very flexible due to the fact that I had young kids, and very often what I would do is I would be mothering during the day, especially when my husband was out working, and then he would come back, he's tired, he's, doing his thing, mostly video games, and that's when I would pull out my laptop and I would start doing my writing. And from probably 11 o'clock at night to 2 o'clock in the morning, that was my writing time daily. Um, and because the job that I had was flexible, I could start it later in the morning. I know we don't all have that possibility, but my point is that that was the time that I created for myself. As my kids got older and they started staying up later and my job situation changed, wasn't quite so flexible, so I couldn't do that time at night anymore. So I started carving out um, evenings after dinner. After the homework situation, the school stuff was kind of all done. The kids are already going off and doing their own thing anyway. They got social lives. They're going out to see the neighbors' kids. They're doing their own thing with books or whatever. They don't necessarily need me to be entertaining them 24/7 anymore. So that after dinner time has become my time. That's when I do my reading. That's when I do my podcasting. Um, and the point is that I had to create that time. I had to set my boundaries around it. And that's when I found the time to get back to doing the things that I liked to do, which has helped me become my best mom self. Ta-da! So it's overwhelming at first to think about it, like, who am I to take this time away from my family? Who am I to take this time away from my kids? Why should I be spending so much time on myself? Like I said up at the beginning, if you don't do it, if you don't let yourself be this well-rounded mother, you're actually taking an advantage away from your kids because they're gonna see you as one-dimensional, and quite potentially, they're gonna follow in your footsteps, and they themselves are gonna be one-dimensional. They're not gonna find their potential, they're not gonna find their interests, they're not gonna discover their likes and their dislikes or, not at an early stage. It's gonna be something that they start to grow into, and they're gonna start feeling like you, where they lost themselves or they didn't find themselves until later, and they're going to be like, "Oh my god, where has this been my entire life?" So you're benefiting them by doing this for you. And then you're benefiting yourself, which gives you more energy and more time and more patience and more willingness to be with them and do the things with them that they want to do with you. So helping you actually helps them, it benefits them. So it's actually not selfish when you look at it that way. And society can just go walk away with their opinions. Their opinions of you don't matter. So, what is the main takeaway from all of this? A quirky takeaway, if you look at it that way. Society is going to have their opinions. They're going to find something wrong with your mothering, regardless of what it is you are doing. You could be the perfect societal mother, 24/7, hand and foot waiting on your kids, and they're going to say you're not doing it good enough. So, society's going to judge. You got to do what's best for you. You got to find what's best for you because they can judge all they want, but when you find something that works for you and it comes back and it's benefiting your kids, they don't it's gonna show. They don't know what they're talking about, and they really don't. So, the takeaway, society's gonna judge, go do what you wanna do anyway. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much for joining me. Like I said, I would love to make this kind of your, um radio channel for moms. So if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, please consider giving it a like. Please subscribe so that you don't miss the updates when the new episodes come in. I will be trying to do this as regularly as I can. For those of you who enjoy reading and maybe kind of want to feel a little bit scandalous, like you're reading a friend's diary, I am starting a blog with this kind of same idea. So instead of a podcast, it'll be a blog entry. I'll put the link for that down below. And um, I hope you enjoy today's episode, and I will be back with more. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one.